Applause fell. After the applause fell, Luo Yang continued to talk while facing the gazes of the big bosses. Although the development of a domestic operating system has been completed, is this enough? The answer is negative. Everyone present looked at each other. Is not this enough? That is an operating system. Dear, do not be too greedy. Luo Yang continued, complete system development does not mean success. Whether it can survive the fierce market competition is the most important. Our friends' systems were launched more than 40 years earlier than ours, forming a huge software ecosystem. It will take a long time for the Beichan system to replace our friends' systems. Everyone present, and the audience in the live broadcast room, calmed down, because this is indeed the case. In the more than 40 years of development of Microsoft, it is no longer a one-person battle. Countless software vendors and hardware vendors rely on this industry chain to survive, and it cannot be replaced by just one sentence. The only thing that everyone can be sure of is that Microsoft's self-destructive behavior has given Beichan's system room to develop rapidly. No way, we started too late in this area. Fortunately, Dragon Country has its own national conditions here. Although it cannot be said to defeat Microsoft, at least it will have no problem surviving in the domestic market. If it is promoted by the government and all software vendors in the country develop Beichan system version software, it is still possible to complete the establishment of the domestic software ecosystem. It is indeed possible, but the manpower and material resources consumed are too great. Officials will probably not do this unless it is absolutely necessary. I understand, it is the same as Warwick's Hongming system. It is a spare tire. Luo Yang and everyone else understand this truth, and it is obvious that the United States will not leave the Beichan system more time to develop, so he can only choose to take the initiative. Luo Yang opened Jiguang browser, and while everyone present was full of questions, he came to the official website of a certain national essential chat software, chose to download the Windows system version of the client, and clicked to install it. That is the client for the Win system, right? Can the Beichan system be installed and run? What does Mr. Luo want to do? As we all know, most software is not universal between different operating systems due to different system environments, so there are many versions of clients. Then, with everyone at the scene looking confused, the Windows version of the chat client was successfully installed on the Beichan system and opened smoothly. What happened? John, the director of Microsoft Corporation, was no longer calm and looked shocked. Because Luo Yang made it clear before that the Beichan system is completely programmed in Chinese, while the Win system uses C language and C++ language, as well as part of assembly language. The system environments and programming languages of the two are different, and Luo Yang has not been seen opening the emulator. So how is the Windows version of the chat client opened in the Beichan system? Amid everyone's confusion, Luo Yang continued to download other software, including several industrial software that only had Windows system versions, and still ran perfectly on the Beichan system. This dreamy scene made everyone think they were dazzled. Except for some game clients, which are difficult to run because of the domestic chips, there are no problems. In the end, it was Luo Yang who revealed the answer himself. Actually, many people have already guessed that yes, it is a simulator. The Beichan system is fully programmed in Chinese, but it does not mean that it can only run programs programmed in Chinese. In order to build a software ecosystem faster and better, we chose the simulator as a breakthrough. Through this simulator, the Beichan system can perfectly run the vast majority of Windows software on the market, which means that the Beichan system is an excellent product that can be replaced at any time and can be seamlessly connected to the use of Windows software. I was not satisfied with the effect of the initial version of the emulator. Later, I developed a set of optimization algorithms specifically for the emulator. After optimizing this set of algorithms, the emulator can perfectly open and run Windows software at a speed that is imperceptible to the user. At the same time, this simulator is embedded at the bottom of the system and does not require users to manually open it. When users download and install the Windows version of the software, the system will automatically recognize it and load and run it under the emulator by default. That is to say, as long as the user is willing, He only needs to install a Bayesian operating system on the computer, and he can directly and seamlessly switch to the use environment of the Windows system for office, games, and entertainment to meet all your daily uses. Because we use a new Chinese assembly language, this means that most Trojans and viruses are ineffective on the Bayesian system. Viruses and Trojans developed for the Windows system actually run on this simulator and will not cause any harm to the Bayesian system. At the same time, we have also developed a new type of firewall which also uses Chinese programming and adopts a new security protection method to better protect user information security. Not only that, the Time Machine simulator also has a time retrieval function. When a virus breaks out in the simulator, you can use this function to reverse the simulator time, restore the virus to its pre-outbreak state, and then eliminate it. Of course, in order to protect user information, it will not be leaked. Turning on this function requires the user's authorization. In the Microsoft Office, John's face was as dark as the bottom of a pot. Obviously, all aspects of the Bayesian system's publicity are aimed at the weaknesses of the Win system. For example, looking back in time, the same Windows version software running on the Bayesian system is actually more secure than the Windows system. Can you believe it? We codenamed this simulator Time Machine because through it, the Bayesian system has directly transcended the long stage of software ecological accumulation and can directly inherit all the legacy of the Win system. With John's shocked expression on his face, Luo Yang concluded, "The Win system has become a thing of the past, but Bayesian is the future." Crash exclamation mark. The applause was even stronger than before. At first, everyone thought that what Luo Yang threw was just a small firecracker, but who thought it was a missile? Shocked the whole audience again, the simulator codenamed Time Machine will become the wings for Bayesian system to take off. Times are really changing. After dropping several big news in a row, Luo Yang finally left the stage, and other technical team members began to take the stage to talk about other features of the Bayesian system. At the same time, other versions of operating systems were also displayed, such as versions compatible with MIPS and ARM architectures. The x86 architecture was previously shown, as well as embedded operating systems developed for some devices, such as ATM machines. By the time the technical team had fully demonstrated the Bayesian system, 2 hours had passed, and the press conference was coming to an end. Luo Yang took the stage again to make the final summary. This time he was going to announce the price of the system. Not only the audience in the audience, but many netizens in the live broadcast room are also very concerned about this issue. Because Microsoft has no rivals, the prices of operating systems and office software are getting higher and higher, so that many individual users still choose to pirate. So what is the price of such a computer operating system that can perfectly replace the Windows system and is completely domestically produced? Everyone in the audience held their breath. Luo Yang stopped being pretentious, and 3 numbers instantly appeared on the screen behind him. 299 yuan. Boom! The audience in the audience once again let out huge exclamations, and the live broadcast room was already in chaos. Such a powerful operating system only costs 299 yuan. It is 798 yuan cheaper than Microsoft. Damn it, I am going to buy a set anyway. Suddenly I felt like I was buying a rice phone. The price is really impressive. Love, love, love. Luo is so awesome. Everyone's reaction was as expected by Luo Yang. He continued, Bayesian system is divided into 3 versions. The regular version is 299 yuan. The flagship version is 699 yuan. And the professional version is 1,699 yuan. The regular version can meet the daily use of most users. The flagship version is suitable for high-end players and will open up more functions. The professional version is designed for business users and professional users, with richer functions, more security and stability, and we will follow up. More professional software will be developed to make the professional version system more powerful. Because the Bayesian system was released 2 months in advance, and the Bayesian Office software is still undergoing follow-up testing according to the original plan, and is expected to be released during the National Day. Before the release of Bayesian Office software, users who need to work can use other Office software, as long as it is a Windows system version. The Bayesian system uses an activation code to activate. You can download the mirror version of the system from the Bayesian official website. After installation, each user has a 3-day free trial period. After the experience expires, you need to activate it with an activation code to continue using it. The activation code can be purchased on Bayesian's official website. It currently supports various mainstream payment methods, such as WeSin, payment package, online banking, and credit card. Now the official website has enabled the functions of downloading system images and purchasing activation codes, so everyone can enjoy the experience. The people who had been waiting in front of the live broadcast room quickly clicked on Bayesian's official website and began to download the mirror version of the system. The price of the regular version is only 299 yuan, which is very conscientious compared to Microsoft's starting price of 1,000 yuan. Coupled with Luo Yang's previous introduction, many viewers have already been eager to try it. The only regret is that Bayesian Office software was not released together. The press conference has officially ended here. We have prepared a prototype in the exhibition hall next to the venue. Friends from the media can go to the exhibition hall to use it. Applause resounded throughout the venue again, and all the lights in the center of the venue were turned on. Mr. Luo, please stay. Mr. Luo, can you be interviewed? After the press conference, Luo Yang was directly surrounded by many media. After answering some questions from the official media and other major media, Luo Yang and several other big shots walked aside to talk. Other small media and self-media can only look at Luo Yang with envy on their faces, only daring to watch from a distance, but not daring to come forward to talk. After the press conference, Luo Yang was no longer the young college student who had just graduated, but the founder of an upcoming giant unicorn company. Even though they could not interview Luo Yang, these small media and self-media did not disperse. Instead, they went to the exhibition hall to experience the Bayesian system in person. Bayesian technology arranged more than 20 computers with different configurations and chips to display Bayesian in an all-round way. System superiority. Wow, 3A masterpieces can run smoothly, so it must be no problem to play other online games. A self-media anchor started a live broadcast and chose a computer equipped with a mainstream chip in the market for testing. He tried several standalone masterpieces and experienced several popular large-scale online games. All of them were able to run smoothly without any problems. Unexpected occurrences caused by incompatibility, such as lags, delays, exits, and so on. It seems that the Bayesian system is indeed excellent. As long as the computer performance is up to standard, I can basically play all mainstream games. I decided to change to another operating system. The flagship version is obviously more powerful than the regular version. As a streamer, I think the flagship version is more suitable for me. ! I am testing the professional version. It will take some time. The exhibition hall was very lively and many media did not want to leave. They opened their notebooks in their seats and began to write reports quickly to strive for the first release. After getting to know a lot of business tycoons and exchanging some opinions with the leaders of the computer department, I saw them off. When Luo Yang walked backstage, the enthusiastic technical team threw him up. God Luo is mighty. Luo Genbi ! Luo is domineering. Mr. Luo, I want to give birth to a monkey for you. Laughter spread throughout the backstage, making people in the front stage look at each other. It is no wonder that from the day everyone from the technical team joined Bayesian system development, they signed an extremely strict confidentiality agreement. On the one hand, they would have to pay huge compensation and even bear criminal liability after the secret was leaked. And on the other hand, the system development was completed. After the huge bonuses, including stock pool option rewards, it goes without saying how to make a choice. After nearly 3 years of low-key dormancy, Bayesian technology finally made its grand debut today, and the confidentiality agreement signed by everyone was officially declassified. We can finally talk about the Bayesian system publicly. I have been holding it in for 3 years, just for today. To be honest, I am a little confused now. I always thought I was dreaming, so I am thinking about whether to keep it a secret. Luo Yang, who was thrown up and down, felt a little weak in his legs after he was put down. Han Feng and He Xiuan supported him and joked, "How are you? Are you scared? Do you want to change your pants?" "Old Han, your bonus this month is gone." Han Feng waved domineeringly. "If it is gone, it is gone. It's not a loss anyway." He and He Xiuan are both co-founders of Beichen Technology, each holding 3% of the original equity. Judging from the popularity of Beichen Technology today, it is only a matter of time before the two become billionaires. Today is a good day. In the evening, except for the technical team who will stay in the computer room on duty, everyone in the company will have a banquet today. Please arrange it and choose a better place. A group of young people cheered again. At night, in a 5-star hotel, Beichen Technology directly booked the entire hotel floor. A team of more than 100 people arrived, except for the technicians and security personnel who stayed in the computer room. Luo Yang raised his champagne and looked around. The young faces were full of excitement and anticipation. "Brothers, if you sharpen your sword in 3 years, you will know it all over the world. From today on, the name Beichen Technology will be heard all over the world. Let's drink to Beichen System together." More than 100 people raised their glasses together. This scene has become an eternal memory in the hearts of everyone present. By the next day, news about the Beichen System had swept the country. Next scarf hot search. Living up to expectations, the domestic operating system is finally released. Penguin News, becoming famous at a young age with a long history of success, shocked the world again. Shocked! The great genius of that year actually fell into silence for several years because of this incident. Tomorrow's headlines: the end of Microsoft. The tragedy of Qiandu. It's all because of him. Since the end of yesterday's press conference, the topic of domestic systems has reached its peak, and news with similar titles has blasted the entire Longguo internet. Regardless of whether you are an office worker, teacher, student, worker, or in any other occupation, anyone who can use smartphones and computers has been bombarded with waves of news. Even the news channel of the state media reported the news about Beichen System. Overnight, Beichen Technology has become the media's most popular darling, and Hiya's stock price has increased by 3 percentage points because of its cooperation with Beichen Technology. Of course, there will be ups and downs. The stock market can be said to be extremely sensitive, and any disturbance will cause fluctuations. On the Big A Science and Technology Innovation Board, Yinshan office, which was still rising yesterday, was affected at this moment. The rising momentum suffered a heavy setback, and the stock price took a sharp turn. This is the result that Beichen Office software will not release until 2 months later, otherwise Yinshan Office will fall even worse. Because most companies that develop computer systems will release supporting Office software, such as Microsoft's Windows system, plus Office software series, such as Fruit and Google, as well as several domestic system companies based on the magic modification of the Linux kernel. They also have their own supporting Office software. Yinshan Office mainly operates Office software business, and its parent company's antivirus software market share is also shrinking year by year. So after this impact, it is no surprise that the stock price took a nosedive. In addition, Qiandu's stock price also suffered a heavy fall. Aurora Search, which was released together with Beichen Systems, received praise from many users as soon as it appeared, and was considered to be very likely to replace Qiandu. As a result, Qiandu's share price evaporated by $10 billion overnight, and its market value fell directly below the $100 billion mark. As for Microsoft, which suffered the most, its stock price began to plummet after the press conference. Because there is no limit system for the United States stock market, it plummeted directly from $1.8 trillion to $1.6 trillion, and $200 billion evaporated overnight. This is equivalent to directly evaporating the market value of 2 Qiandu companies. Microsoft has held an emergency meeting overnight to discuss how to deal with Beichen Technology's strong invasion. Overseas media giants such as Taiwushi Daily and New Yu Times also reported news about Beichen Technology. At the same time, they also sent reporters to block the door of Microsoft, trying to dig out more exciting news. The sudden emergence of Beichin technology attracted attention from all over the world overnight. As a client, Luo Yang and his team went back to their homes after the dinner last night. Han Feng rushed out as soon as he arrived at the company in the morning. Lao Luo, our Beichin technology has become popular. Calm down, this is only the first day. Similar situations will only happen more and more in the future, and you will soon become numb. Luo Yang was very calm about this. He had already experienced a similar scene in his previous life, and he and Han Feng went directly to the technical department to check the background data. Brother Luo, after greeting colleagues from the technical department, they started reporting data directly. It has been exactly 24 hours since yesterday's press conference. During this period, the system image downloads on the official website have exceeded 1.2 million times. In terms of activation codes, 300 sets of the regular version, 500 sets of the flagship version, and 700 sets have been sold. Pro version. Because the Beichin system has a 3-day free trial period, it is normal for the activation volume to be low in the early stage. The first peak will be reached after 3 days. Most of the 1,500 systems currently activated are the first batch of early users, peers, testing institutions, and are mainly used for experience and testing. Because the free trial is limited to the regular version, you can only purchase an activation code if you want to test the flagship and professional versions. Where is the Aurora search data? He Xiuan came over with a yawn and handed a report to Luo Yang. He Xiuan was drunk by everyone at yesterday's dinner, and now he still has a headache. In terms of Aurora search, the 24-hour daily average IP has reached 2 million, and the daily average PV has reached 12 million. However, this data can only be used as a reference. After all, after the popularity of the press conference has passed, the number of visits will gradually drop. Here is the text to convert. Don't worry, Aurora Search has just been launched for a day, so it would be great to have this data. Luo Yang has high hopes for the Aurora Search. Long before the system was released, Beichin Technology had formulated a plan for steady development. At present, the company has 3 core business departments, namely operating system, office software, and search engine departments. As the core business of Beichin Technology, the operating system is directly managed by Luo Yang himself. It also includes secondary departments, such as the Luo Language Development Department and the Information Security Business Department. As the second core business, office software is headed by Han Feng, who is mainly responsible for the development of Office software series. It has several project groups under its jurisdiction. Each group is responsible for the development of a piece of software. In the subsequent development, the product line will continue to be added. As the third largest business, the search engine is headed by He Xiuan. It mainly takes Aurora Search as its core business and focuses on the internet. At the same time, Aurora Browser and a series of subsequent software named after Aurora will be affiliated to the Aurora Search department. Make up the Aurora family bucket. Compared with the behemoth of Microsoft, which has several business divisions and dozens of secondary departments, Beichin Technology can really be said to be traveling lightly. Continue to proceed as planned. We will not consider advertising until Aurora Search becomes the largest search engine in the country. At this time, Shui Xiaoshan, the head of the Information Security Department, stepped forward and said solemnly, "Brother Luo, since yesterday's press conference, the frequency of network attacks on Beichin's official website has increased dozens of times. Data flows are attacking the server almost every second. Thanks to the powerful firewall you developed, it has not been attacked. Breakthrough." Everyone looked a lot more serious. As a technology company that has developed an operating system, information security must be done well. Luo Yang nodded. Information security protection must be done well. Beichin Technology's reputation has now been established. Since we want to compete with Microsoft, we must differentiate ourselves. Blind imitation will only lead to a dead end. When we are strong enough, at this time, there is no one to imitate. At this time, we must come up with our own characteristics. The Beichin system can ignore most Trojan viruses, so security is a very good publicity point. and this is something we must maintain. Everyone agreed. Unlike the Win system, which is as secure as a sieve, the Beichin system has focused on security from the beginning. This is also the brand differentiation that Luoyang wants to create. When people mention Beichin system, the first thing that comes to mind is the word safety. Moreover, Beichin's system is sold at a lower price, while Microsoft's is expensive and full of loopholes. Due to the ebb and flow of one and the other, Microsoft will fall from the altar sooner or later. As for the computer system of Fruit Company, although it is very secure due to its closed nature, its feature of being bound to Fruit computer hardware is destined to be impossible to promote on a large scale. Therefore, Beichin technology has only one opponent from beginning to end, and that is Microsoft. In the next few days, the Beichin system spread rapidly at an extremely terrifying speed. On the third day after the system was released, the number of downloads of the official website system image exceeded 3 million units, and the number of officially activated units reached 20,000. On the fourth day after the release, the system downloads exceeded 5 million units, and the number of activations showed explosive growth, directly reaching 300,000 units. The reason for the explosive growth is mainly that the free trial of the first wave of users who downloaded and tried Beichin system has expired. 300,000 of the 1.2 million download users directly chose to renew and activate. Even if users of the flagship and professional versions are not taken into account, all calculated based on the 299 yuan of the regular version, these 300,000 users instantly brought 90 million yuan in revenue to Beichin technology. 4 days! 90 million. What is this concept? The total annual turnover of most small and medium-sized companies in Longguo cannot even reach this figure, let alone annual profits. It is just a little short of breaking 100 million. This data is already perfect. Luoyang is very satisfied with this data. This does not mean that all users will buy the new system. After trying out the Beichin system, many users have lost the sense of novelty and continue to use Microsoft's pirated system. It is impossible to spend money and live in vain. Luoyang has already been mentally prepared for this. In fact, in his estimation, the ratio of downloads and activations for the first batch of users can reach 10-1. The activation volume of 300,000 units has far exceeded his expectations. It was on this night that the Beichin system ushered in its second breaking point. At 7 o'clock that evening, Beichin Technology conference room. Everyone in the conference room was staring at the big screen, which was showing the evening news. Recently, Beichin Technology Company Limited, located in Shanghai, officially released a full Chinese compilation operating system. According to our understanding, this system was independently developed by Beichin Technology over a period of 3 years, and a press conference was held in Shanghai on the morning of the 8th. After a professional technical team, composed of professionals from the Academy of Sciences and major universities, conducted preliminary tests on the important codes of the Beichin system, it can basically be determined that the core technology used by the Beichin system has full self-research and independent property rights. The emergence of Beichin system means that Longguo has truly achieved zero breakthrough in the field of computer operating systems. From now on, Longguo will no longer be controlled by others in the field of computer operating systems! Whoosh whoosh! There was warm applause in the conference room. Just now, Beichin Technology was officially on the evening news. Luoyang and everyone looked at each other with excitement on their faces. Ha ha ha, now the Beichin system is completely stable. Finally, I can rest assured. As the official mouthpiece, the evening news plays an extremely important role in the hearts of the people of Dragon Kingdom. The fact that Beichin Technology can appear on the evening news this time means that it is officially endorsed, which is extremely important for the promotion of the Beichin system. How can an operating system, even officially recognized by the government, be fake? The reason why it was reported 3 days later was because the official media needed to investigate whether the Beichin system was fake. Otherwise, once the news was cracked down after being logged in, it would be an extremely serious accident.